Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Up Memphis, the Mood Dudes podcast, live coming from Debo's.
What's up, Mood Dudes? Featuring the one and only Dr. Sid.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. About to give me some wings.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. We're trying to be cute right now, but it's a plate of wings right there, and we really want to get to them. So welcome to the Mood Dudes podcast. This is a special episode. You know, the Mood Dudes, we discuss everything mental health, manhood, and masculinity. Today, we are beginning the Spirit Bomb series. We will still talk about that. We will also talk about community, business, and I just lost the last one, but we're going to talk about that too. We're really happy for our chief sponsor, Debo's, daiquiris, seafood wings, and more. Listen, if you live in the 901, you know about Debo's, okay? Some of the best wings in town. And that's hard to say in Memphis because Memphis is known for its wings, right? Come down. We want you to come and dine in. Get you some wings. Take advantage of these wonderful cocktails and other specials that they have. Listen, it's football season. What brings men together like wings and football, okay? And good cocktails. Mm-hmm. Come and dine in. We know y'all hit them up with DoorDash because I used to do it all the time. But come and dine in, sit in, get the experience, get some of this great customer service, and enjoy yourself, okay? With that being said, I want to know how you guys feeling this evening, other than hungry.
Feeling great.
Feeling great. Glad to have you here.
Man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you again for letting me be part of the crew.
Sure.
Say that. And it's
Honorary
wonderful calls, great conversation, great food. Y'all need to come on out. It's awesome.
Yes, sir. Joey, how you feeling?
I am feeling, I don't know, I guess I'm feeling pretty good in general.
Mm-hmm.
A little anxious, a little anxiety about just the outside world, but trying to keep myself centered and keep myself present.
Yeah.
Which is really hard these days, but that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and it's a lot going on. But one thing about the people holding these mics, they're safe. Yes. And we know what we're talking about, right? And in this community, in the 901 community, there's a lot going on, right? But it doesn't mean you have to be dysregulated. It doesn't mean you have to be off-centered. Right. It doesn't mean you still can't show up as the man that you are, right? Yes. So let's get into that. And in this climate, we got a lot going on. And when I say a lot going on, we're going to call it a spade. The deployment of the National Guard here in Memphis, Tennessee. Yep. And I have had so many questions around this. We all have. You know, because Dr. Sid is way more than Dr. Sid, right? He's a pastor, he's an executive life coach, and he's a community leader. So a lot of people are asking hard questions, and to be a man, in Memphis, is the job description is increasing, if that makes sense, right? Because you're not only responsible for your house, you have to raise your kids in this now hyper-political climate. Because of the current legislation. So how are you guys kind of navigating that right now?
Sorry, I was eating a delicious French fry.
He was mid-fry, y'all.
Well, I think like one thing that I've been really focusing on lately, and I wanted to kind of throw it out there, see what you guys thought. I'm calling it muscular positivity. Okay. So I want to try to just whatever I can control. But I want to spit out not just positivity, but almost like an aggressive positivity, because I really feel like that is like an antidote or maybe an antivenom to what's going on in the outside world. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah.
No, I love that. Especially the climate here in the city. Yeah. People are feeling anxious. Yeah. People are, some are even feeling threatened.
Yeah.
Their way of life, just the natural order of things has been vastly disrupted. Yeah. Now, to be fair, on some ends, it's a good thing.
Sure.
It's a good thing. But for a lot of people, especially Memphis men, they feel as if they're being, if I can use the term, emasculated. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, that muscular positivity, I think that is it's not just a great term, but it's also a concept that's needed. We need to inject our communities with positivity, with encouragement, with love, with security, with community.
Yes.
And so, I love that idea.
it's another stripe. It's another layer. It's something else to be aware about, as if men and BIPOC men, Black, Indigenous, person of color, don't have enough to be aware about, which can then drive your anxiety and all this other stuff. But Joel, you said something powerful in our last podcast episode, and it has stuck with me. Once you are informed, what do you do with that?
Ooh, yeah.
Because a lot of, oh my God, it's so powerful. A lot of people get stuck at the information.
Yes.
Because knowledge is power, but what is the application thereof, right? So the National Guard is here. Now what?
Right.
So
Yeah.
speak to those men who may have that question.
Yeah, I think one thing, it's a really tricky balance, I think, because we're kind of caught in the crossfire of some sorts, where we're tasked with being civic leaders. I mean, I see us all as civic leaders, and I also think that many people can become civic leaders. You just have to put yourself out there, and like we talked about last week, was action. Take action, take responsibility, take ownership of your community, and be the architect of that positive image that we're putting out. Because a lot of people only see the negative side of Memphis, but we're trying to bridge that gap and say, no, there's actually good things coming from the city, and we are part of that charge.
Right.
And we are challenged. Our call to action, at least for me, is for other people to step up and be those civic leaders.
Yes.
Dr. Sid, before you jump in, I want to acknowledge that language choice he used. He said architect of the image. And men's, oh my God, men, we are architects.
Yeah.
We are sculptors.
Yes.
We are creators. We are builders. And I think if we can reframe this to be just another component of what we're building, another tool, some more concrete, more slab, whatever, our wonderful architects use.
Yeah.
And reframe that, maybe it wouldn't be so daunting. Maybe it wouldn't be so intimidating. Now, I don't want to invalidate people's real experience, right?
Right.
This is a very, for some, tumultuous time. It drives anxiety. I'm sure if we had a couple gas 7 assessors right now, people will be scoring in the 18s and 20s, right?
Yep.
But nonetheless, if we can reframe and reshape that will help. I want to speak to that architecture. What does it mean to be an architect as a man? What is that role in manhood?
Many times our understanding of manhood or maleness, comes from our environment, comes from significant others, comes from those who we admire. And so when I look at where we are today, chaos is the birthplace of change. Many times we love to talk about change, but in order to get it,
change can be violent.
Yes. Right, there has to be a disruption. I think when we're talking about the architecture, we're having to take another look at who we say we are as men, our identities, our accepted behaviors, our cloak of masculinity that we put on. This climate is making us rethink that.
Yes.
And it's daunting, but it's also exciting because as these architectures of change, we now have an opportunity to basically come in a somewhat clean slate because of what's going on. People are listening. They want to know, all right, what's happening here? And so we have a great opportunity. I'm going to have to steal that, to take that muscular positivity and just really inject it into people and help them really see there is light at the end of the tunnel.
So in our Spirit Bomb series, we're talking about culture, business, and community. And I think, guys, right now, community is going to be so much bigger in the 911 than ever before.
Yeah.
Because part of the chaos, everything has a purpose, right? Without getting too spiritual, right? And even if you can't see the purpose, there is a purpose. And if you subscribe to certain beliefs, you believe that everything will somehow serve you in the good, right?
Yep.
Everything may not be good, whatever your perspective is, but it will somehow serve you. to be good, right? So one of those things that this time period may serve is allowing people to find their community, right? And we discussed last episode how your communication allows others to locate you so you can then build that community, correct? So we checked that off. We talked about culture, right? 901 is resilient. 901 is rich in civil history, rich in social history, rich in change, and rich in leadership. Also, the 901 is a healthcare city. It is an entrepreneurial city. It is a soulful city. It is a business city, right? And speaking of, how does this current climate affect businesses? Because that's part of our Spirit Bomb series emphasis, culture, community, and business. So what does the business owner, particularly the male business owner, like our wonderful sponsor, Julian, and friends here at Debo's Daiquiris Wings and Seafood, which I really want to get into these wings, y'all, but I'm trying to have social grace. But let me tell y'all while I'm here, this drink, 10 out of 10. The fries, 10 out of 10.
Oh, yes.
This is your grandmama's Kool-Aid. They just put it in a fancier, it's not in a mayonnaise glass, but this is grandmama's Kool-Aid. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10. So to the business owner, let's speak to them, because this can be anxious times. Things may be slowing down. People don't want to go out as much because of the increased presence. What does the business owner need to hear right now?
I think we're gonna get through it. I think that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. We may not be able to see it right now, but I think if we really embrace that muscular positivity, you can be a civic leader as a business owner. You can maybe start a campaign in your local community to beautification of your own neighborhoods, or a business can do that, clean up their outside environment and their inside environment. Be proud of your business. Be proud of where you are, what you're doing, what you're putting out there into the world. So I think just trying to be that, like you go back to the Superman,
It's my favorite analogy.
We do need some Superman right now. Let's just be real, And I feel like I'm surrounded by Superman right now, And
I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. Go ahead, Joey.
But yeah, we're Clark Kent sometimes, but then other times we have to be Superman, And that's just the moment that we're in.
But my bend is to Clark Kent. Because we're too busy being Superman sometimes.
Right.
But nonetheless. That's my favorite conjunction. But invalidates what you said before it. Quick history lesson. Nonetheless keeps everything valid. Nonetheless, duty calls. Yeah. Oh, let's get into it. So when do you pick up the phone? And we talked about some beautiful recommendations about what we can do as business owners. But what can we do on a more micro level? Right? When you go home, you get done doing your books, you reviewed your spreadsheets, you talk with your team, and you're laying down at night and you don't know your next move. You don't know how to curate your next strategy, your next partnership. Talk to that man. And really, an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur.
Right.
So talk to that person here in the 901. What do they need to do?
I think that this is a great time when you're lying in bed at home after business day. It's a great time to reimagine your company, reimagine your business. Look at your current vision, look at your current purpose. See if it's relative. See if there's something we can do to expand.
Yeah.
I love, during this time, I love the concept of collaboration.
Yes, sir.
Who can we collaborate with? Who maybe, for some, this might be a time where you merge with some other individuals because you can become stronger together. And I also want to speak to, you got a little sauce on you there. I want to speak to the churches.
Talk to them.
Because this is a time for churches and pastors to realize
Show up.
You've got these people coming into your congregation.
And
so give them something to encourage them, to build them up, and create some forced collaboration right there in the sanctuary. Instead of just going around and just talking to the people you know.
Oh, come on, Bishop.
Let's set
Dr. Sid.
I'm both of them.
Right.
But let's set up some intentional collabs and conversations, because you never know who's sitting in your audience. You never know what answer on the third row
under your nose
might be for those who are on the fifth row.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting here wondering, well, what are we going to do? I mean, there's a lot we can do as nonprofits. Yeah. This is a great time to really push our vision, to push our reason for being. I mean, just, like Maine Up Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect during this time. Not that the times are perfect.
Come on.
But I believe that out of the ashes,
Watch your voice.
Rise.
Watch your voice.
Hello. All right, let me leave it alone. I guess it's the drink, too. I don't know.
We told y'all, 10 out of 10 on these cocktails.
Oh, yes.
But that struck a match for me, Dr. Sid / Bishop / Apostle, because when you look at history, particularly in Memphis, the church has always been the epicenter for collaboration.
Yes.
And the nucleus for change.
Yes.
It served the purpose. The church was not just a place to come on Sunday morning.
No.
It was the mitochondria of the black community.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Because one function, we didn't have anywhere else to meet.
Right.
Right. Two,
that was our country club.
That was our country club, right?
That barbershop. Yep.
That is where everybody goes.
Yep.
Generationally.
Yep.
You're going to come because Big Mama made you come. And if you don't come, it's going to be a problem. Right?
Right.
And it was the extension of our community. Right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't just our homes and our schools. It was the church. Right. So we already have a record. When I'm saying I'm talking about the church, of being that place.
Yes.
Maybe this is the time to reclaim that.
It's the time to reclaim it, and it's also the time for pastors to get off of their high horses, to stop pushing agendas that are not helping the community, that are not relative to families. That's one of the reasons why some don't come to church, because they can't relate to it.
It's not relative.
And so it's not, it's not about, the pastor's show or, watch me preach. No, it should be about empowering the people. And so pastors, hey, let's get it together. Let's reimagine some things. Let's make some things happen.
So Joey, what can the social workers do in this town?
Ooh.
Somebody's got that camera. We good there?
Oh. I guess I think the gimbal went out.
Yep.
Commercial break.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Because it seemed like it got turned there a little bit.
Commercial break brought to you by Debo's Wings, Seafood, and Daiquiris. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all know because I'm seeing the traffic come in and out, which I really need to tap into dining in.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, in Memphis, I think in Tennessee, period, we don't have the laws where you can take your adult beverage to go. So you really need to sit down and get into it because they make it for adults. I'm telling you. So come in, have brunch. Also, they just launched their fried chicken menu. So y'all know them for wings, y'all know them for fish, y'all know them for daiquiris. But they have gotten into the fried chicken game. And I'm telling y'all, tap in. Okay? It's already been tested. It's already been launched. Come and order it. And it's very affordable, too. Like, it's giving churches a run for its money. Like, you can feed a family of 4 men. Come to Debo's. I'm telling you. So, I'm sitting here looking at this wing, but I know we got to continue talking.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to go eat a little bit, let me get back on this soapbox.
Get back on the soapbox, Bishop.
This is a time for, again, churches to reinvent and to create a different value for their congregants. They're New Growth, shout out to New Growth. We realize that if we are going to encourage the people to give, we must empower them to give.
Yes.
So this is the time for the pastors and the leaders to rally around the entrepreneurs, rally around the community activists, see what you can do to help strengthen their base because, they're out in the trenches. They're out doing the work. And so we need to have that muscular, I love it, that we've got to encourage and infuse our people because it's a real thing when you see those state troopers sitting on the side of the road.
Yep. Your heart beat faster.
Yeah, it's a real thing for some of our Latino brothers and sisters, wondering, are they going to pull them over and deport them? And I mean, that's a real issue.
Absolutely.
And so we need to not run away from it, but we need to empower our people to deal with it and be a support base for them. So,
yes. And earlier you mentioned social workers.
Yeah, talk to them, Joey.
Okay. So I'm actually trying to build something to help social workers help people at scale. So I'm building a resource hub for social workers in Memphis that all users across the city, all social workers can add like relevant information to their organization, or even because one thing I learned was that there's a lot of silos across the city, and there's a lot of resources that certain organizations are hoarding, and there's a gatekeeper. And I think we need to decentralize.
Yes.
We need to open that up to everyone, because not just one social worker needs that. Everyone needs it.
Yeah.
So
You know who also is a great resource for social workers? Up Memphis.
oh, really?
Can you tell the people more about that? I see it on your shirt.
Yes. So yeah, Up Memphis. We are actually hiring financial social workers because that's like the middle ground between the financial side of things and the mental side of things. So we're looking for certified financial social workers, and basically we're trying to help the next generation and the current generation and future generations with their mentals and their financials. And so if you're a social worker and if this vibes with you at all, hit us up, info@mainupmemphis.org. We're growing, we're expanding. So tell your friends, tell your social workers. If you're an MSW student and this is reaching you, look into financial social work. There's a certification that you can get, and you could be part of the team helping out the next generation of youth with their mental health and their financial health.
And Dr. Sid, before we dive back into our topics, what's going on in your world with New Growth in Christ Christian Center? I believe we have some events coming up in the fall. You can also talk about your Dr. Sid schedule. What's going on there?
Well, we're in the process of creating a new podcasting hub there at the church. So for those who are
Did y'all
interested,
hear that? A podcasting hub at a church.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Talk about that.
We're all about empowering the community. Of course, we believe in the Bible. We believe in preaching and teaching the word in a practical way where people can apply it. But also, we've got to put action to what we believe. And so I believe in empowering our entrepreneurs. That's why we have entrepreneurial sessions coming up for those who want to start a business, for those who are in business. We have, as I talked about, those forced collaborations, and also helping those create consortiums where they can come together and like minds can just really share ideas and really expand. And then also I have this new concept called mental man talk, where we get men to come together and to talk about just some of like we're doing here. Just talk about the mental pressures. We get into relationships. We talk about finances. We talk about sex. We talk about, we get into it.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's all about empowering the community. And so that's what I want to do. I just want to see people grow. New growth.
Yeah. New growth. Love that for us. I want to invite the founder of Up Memphis to come and speak about our fall events and the events come up in the next year. I'm also using this as an excuse to get into these wings. So come on, Rachel. Listen, y'all release some hearts, as Dr. C like to say, and welcome the founder and CEO of Up Memphis.
Woo! I'm so excited to be here. This is exciting to just watch something continue to grow and giving our community a different way to connect. And if you ever want a platform to express how you're feeling or anything, just come to Up Memphis. We're in the community, literally and emotionally. Now, with that being said, this Friday, drum roll, we have our grand opening to our mental health tour. So excited. We have 4 stops. two churches, which is a big deal for faith-based organizations to welcome mental health and really learn about behavioral health. So we're really knocking down some old, outdated stigmas and misconceptions,
Yes,
you know, and it's very fun for us. So shout out to Mount Pisgah Ministry Baptist Church in Cordova and Mount Moriah East in the Orange Mound community, right? And we have one community center, the Croc Center, which again is such a pivotal foundation for families in this county. And they welcome us to really talk about behavioral health, and that's the beginning of a great relationship. So thank you, Faith, for that. And not last but least, Freedom Prep. That's right. Freedom Prep Charter School opened up and trying to teach the youth how emotional regulation can go. In Detroit, they replaced detention with meditation. They haven't had any detentions or anything in the last 3 years.
Love that.
So really starting to be very innovative with that. Did you get you some good wings? Because I can keep going.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, if you got some more to give the people, give it to them.
Oh, well, we're not stopping there. If you're so interested, please go to the website and enroll into our main Pathways program. Yes. It is 12 weeks. It's an introduction to just understanding what this is, right? There's no pressure. If you were very curious about what it looks like, or if you were a person that was in crisis but don't know where to go or who to trust, we are really people that came together from the community and wanted to provide a safe place for you to come and just be present in the moment. So main up just really means to own your BS. We all play a part in our story. So let's own it, take the narrative back, and no more fake news. Goodbye.
Hey. Drop the mic. And that is the Rachel Chantel.
You need some more wings for
founder and CEO of Main Up Memphis.
Actually, before we get into anything else, I wanted to throw out a very nerdy, conceptual, something that I want to. We've talked about a little bit before, but we're going to get a little nerdy, and I want to think about Avengers Endgame, okay? Where that all the Avengers, all the good guys, basically rallied together. They came together in this epic fight against good versus evil. And I really have been thinking about, like, I see us as the Avengers. You know, we are kind of like our own Memphis Avengers, and we're putting people together. We're forming coalitions, and let me see. We got some technical stuff going on.
Are you about to ask who on the Avenger team?
No. I just wanted to.
Because I was ready.
Well, I mean, we could definitely do that, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that thought balloon out there and think, you know, if we're the Avengers, we all have our specialties, we all have our special powers, things that we bring to the table, and that's what I'm envisioning is that Memphis rising up, the good guys rising up, and coming together to defeat evil in whatever form that may manifest. So. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's pretty nerdy, but it was. I've been thinking about that lately.
I think whatever analogy that gets you through these times, use it. Yeah. If you want to be Hulk, Thor, hopefully you don't want to be Iron Man. But most men are. Most men are Iron Man.
But he made a sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it was an ultimate sacrifice.
Right.
Yes.
And we sacrifice enough.
That's true.
So team. Well, I mean, we're here now. So much of the man's description is sacrifice. Why is that? I know why. You know, when it comes to marriage, right? Because certain beliefs inform certain decisions. But like, why is so much of manhood? And it's not a complaint; it's a genuine inquiry. Is sacrifice. You sacrifice in your business. You sacrifice in your relationships. You sacrifice and endeavors. Why is so much required?
I mean, I think in some ways we are built to handle that. And so, we're built to step up and be the lion that's protecting the herd. And I think that's just something that comes natural for some guys, but not every guy. And then there's sometimes where women stand, they're the ones that are the lioness that protects the herd. But yeah, like as far as the male responsibility, I think it's just something that's just inborn. That we
Is it?
Well, society definitely puts a lot of that on us for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But I think we just we're trying to just step up to the moment. And sometimes, there's like the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, and we're not in a valley. We're at a peak right now, and that's just the what we're called to do at this point.
What are your thoughts on that, Dr. Sid?
Without sounding too much like a preacher, in the beginning, when according to those who believe in the Christian faith, the Bible, Adam was made first and then Eve. Adam was made first, but then also God gave Adam responsibility. So being the head or being the leader literally means you're the responsible one. I mean, it's something that has to be done, and practically speaking, someone has to be responsible for it. And so, why not the man? Based upon the physiological aspect of our build, based upon the physical aspect of our build, men have been given that responsibility. Now, that's not to say that ladies can't do it, but it's just simply been the role or the responsibility of that man. And that's one way in which men can show love. Men show love through sacrifice.
Talk about it.
Yeah, men show love through giving. I believe that true love is giving. It's when you give, that's when you know that you are truly loving. And you're not just enamored with the concept of it, but you're actually walking it out. And so for men to show that we love our families, to show that we love our communities, we're being responsible and we're taking action and we're sacrificing of sorts, because whatever we're giving up to us is not more important or more valuable than the thing that we're sacrificing for.
True. But you know me.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It still don't take away that all that sacrificing hurts. Can we cuss on mood dudes?
Sure.
It still don't take away that shit hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a valid sacrifice. And I said it like that for a reason, because I want the listener to know the authenticity behind this conversation. Like, yeah, man, sacrifice. Woo, make it happen. What do you do with the remnant of those emotions? And we really got into it in our last episode about how your emotions, particularly for men and BIPOC men, we don't allow our emotions to serve us.
Right.
We either swallow it and then it causes emotional constipation, or we just invalidate it or don't acknowledge it, which causes anger and subconscious issues. You wonder why you can't sleep and the whole nine. Or we mislabel it, misidentify it, because we may not have the language to identify how we're really feeling or what our emotions are really causing us to experience, right?
Right.
So I want to talk to the man, and we're going to wrap up, that is tired. I want to talk to the man who is tired.
Yeah.
What can we tell them? And they may be tired in their business, tired in their community, tired of trying to make community, don't know where they fit in their community, or they may even be tired relationally. Hell, you might be tired of yourself.
Yeah. Right.
What? And then it's not like, the responsibilities or the pressures are reduced. They actually are more.
Yeah.
Right? So talk to that man. What does he need to hear right now?
You want to go?
Let me go ahead.
Okay. I think that it is important that as men, we understand the value that's found in balance.
Oh, come on.
Balance is key because we have a saying, too much of too much is too much. And so there are things that we must do. There are things that we want to do. There are things that we need to do. But we must balance all of those things out so that we can try to hedge off as much as possible being overwhelmed. Now, there's a difference between taking a break and quitting.
Talk about it.
When you balance, you understand that I infuse breaks into my schedule.
So it's systemic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I infuse it. I've got to have that me time. You know, people look down on man caves, but I'm a champion of man caves.
Oh,
You got to have that place where you go in and you recalibrate and you refresh yourself. But then you go back out and do what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Because as men, we understand there are really, really two types of pains you're going to feel. And I'm talking metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
The pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to make sure that we are doing what we need to do, even though it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Do what we need to do so we can develop that discipline to see progress take place versus avoiding it. And now here we are regretting living the what ifs, woulda, coulda, shouldas type of thing.
Joy?
I was thinking about, I used to be a runner. I guess I still have those running genes, it's in there somewhere. I just taking a little bit better of a break. But I have started running recently, and it got me thinking, like life is a series of sprints, but it's also a marathon at the same time. So we need to be able to sprint at our heart's like max capacity, because this is something that I've always valued, is leaving everything on the field. And when you sprint, like I played baseball in high school, and anyone who's watched me knows I left everything on the field to the point where it was almost like, why are you trying so hard? Like a little tiny off the end of the bat kind of thing, and I would just run my heart out every play. And that's where I think we need to harness that. We need to put everything out on the field and sprint. But then also, like you said, we do need to rest. We need to recharge. Because it is a marathon at the same time.
Exactly.
So we really gotta like find that balance of okay, it's sprint time, let's go. And then when the sprint is over, you're like, okay, I'm gonna rest now. That's the way I'm looking at it.
That's good.
Wow. Well, guys, we're going to get more into that in our next episode. But I would love to end this episode with a cheers to our chief sponsor for today's recording, Debo's Daiquiris, Wings and Seafood. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you all being a partner and sponsor of our Mindscape Tour. Jesus. And we really glad that you guys value these type of conversations, these type of movements, right? Because when we put these mics down, and we're going right back to being architects. We're really being architects now. But we're going back home to families. We're going back home to organizations. We're going back home to responsibilities that directly and positively impact our city and our radius of influence, our sphere of influence, as I like to call it, which at this table is really global, right? So we encourage you guys to do the same. Connect with Up Memphis. Connect with the Mood Dudes. Connect with Dr. Sid, who is an honorary Mood Dude. We might, go and bring him on in. I don't know, Joey.
What do y'all think?
We got to vote about it. But also, even beyond that, if you don't do nothing else, in the meantime, just breathe and come and get you some wings and something good to drink at Debo's Daiquiris. We appreciate you all. And until then, this is the Mood Dudes and Dr. Sid signing out.